In this video, I would like to show you how you can start porting software to FreeBSD and use Poudriere to test integration into the FreeBSD system. The first thing we need to do is I generally go as root. I create a directory that I call work, and the first thing would be to git clone https git.freebsd.org/ports.git. So, all right, it finally finished, took a little bit of time, but we are ready to continue. Before we do this, I'm going to show you some documentation that you should definitely have a look at, which is the FreeBSD Porter's Handbook. It's a really nice documentation and really extensive. Shows how to port software, and we will be doing what is described in this Porter's Handbook. I would like to port a software which is the ST, Simple Terminal. You can see it here. It's a really simple software, just 48 kilobytes compressed. It's a terminal for X Windows. The first thing I would like to do is to see, of course, before we start porting, does this software exist already in the ports tree? So let's try to search for the It's under X11, okay, cd X11, and then strm makefile, and dt success, okay. This looks exactly the website that I'm trying to, the program that I'm trying to port. Okay, no problem. So this means that this is already done, but what I'm going to try to show you is how can we do this from the beginning. So meaning that what I'm going to do, I'm not going to submit to the as a bug to the ports tree, to the ports project, but you're going to see how we could start porting a software from the early beginning. We have the strm, we have another package that is called st. Do we have an st here? No, we do not have, here in the X11 directory. So I'm going just to create a directory called st, and I'm going to go to this directory. Nice. So the first thing that we need to do is to create a makefile. So again, I'm going to do this as if the software had not been ported before. The first thing we're going to do is to give it a port name equal, and let's call it simple term. Is the S term. What is the current version that we are having? 0.92. So this version is the 0.9.2. Good. Categories, this is under the X11. And now we're going to have, I'm going to give it one possible way to download this file. So it's a Git repository, but we also have the file here, the tar.gz, which I'm going to copy the link and going to paste it here. And therefore I'm going to say this is from the master sites. You can see that this is one of the ways that you should be doing, that you can do, but typically you should be downloading the source code from Git directly or something like this, so not necessarily a .tar.gz. But let's go for this maintainer. We are going to say that this is myself, so BSD Jedi at internet.org. It's a fake email, doesn't matter. Comment, we're going to paste here. Let's go for ST is a simple terminal. So let's paste this here, a simple terminal. And www, where is this located? Again, let's copy this link here. It was going to be here. And the next thing that we are going to do is, let me say for the time being, include BSD port.mk. All right, so let's try to fetch this software. Make fetch. Set license. So it's has some warnings. Please set the license. Okay, yeah, good. So it tried to search to try to download the port from here. Okay, this is the website I gave, and now it comes with simpleterm here. So how can we avoid that this happens? One trick for this would be to add a question mark. Dummy equals this. Let's try to fetch it again. That would be an URL parameter. Okay, so no such file or directory, so I think we can add a slash here. Let's try it again. Dummy equals like this. All right, so it fetched now the package, which means that we have this file. Everything was fine, and we should have SHA-1, so we should pin down. So the next thing I'm going to do is make sum. So before doing this, let's see, there is only the make file. Now make sum. It takes the st tgz and it creates a sum file. And let's see what new files are there. There is a dist info. Okay, so this file was created automatically. It says that it's our 48 kilobyte file, and it has this SHA-256 sum. So if the file somehow changes, we can detect that. Very good. So the first thing that it was telling us was about the license. But to do that, I'll just type make. Let's see if we can start compiling the program. It's most likely going to fail because we didn't do some things here, but we probably have already a work directory. Okay, so this is already the program being decompressed, and we can go here into the work directory. We see that it extracted into this st directory. So let's go to the st, and we have a license file. Let's inspect the license file. License, and it's an MIT license. Okay, so where is this license located? Into it's the source file /license. So we go back here and we say that we have a license where we're going to put, okay, yeah, license equals, and this is in the work source slash sorry, this is wrong. This is an MIT license, and the license file, this is in the work /license. So this is the file containing the licenses in the working directory in the source file. Let's try again to make. And it says that this the work directory has no simpleterm directory here. So let's go for this. We need to define this a little bit better. So This is currently the fault that the work source should be in my work directory slash st-092. Okay, let's now try to do a make. Oh, it started compiling, so it's starting to look good. It picked up that there is a make file inside, but let's have a look. Before we continue any further, I'm going to say, okay, we have the 092 here. This is not so great because we already defined here in the dist version. So we can take this and say dist version, and here also. So if we change the number up there, it should change everywhere. $dist version. Let me just open another terminal here. This way we can type in make clean and make, and it's looking great. So it's pulling up the things and it's starting to do its business. Okay, now it's saying is missing the package description file. So let's add a package description. Edit package description. Description, and let's just add some description here. Is an excerpt, a popular alternative. Yeah, let's just add some text here. It should be a descriptive text. The popular alternative. So it's not currently not matching, but we would write something. Or let's do it a little bit better. ST is a simple terminal for the X Windows system. Do we have some description of the capability? Yeah, we have a description of the capability. So let's just copy this. So let's add, it has the following capabilities, and we can add something like this. Okay. Add here. Implements most serial line support, T-support, and etc. Okay, looks good. It's an example of a description. Now let's do again another make clean and make. Now it should not complain anymore that we are missing the package description. We see there is a couple more things here. So lib depends on the lib free type. I don't think this is a good thing. I actually think that we should have a users xorg. So let's say users xorg. So because this is for the X Windows system, so and the error messages are really descriptive. So specify the xorg modules. Use xorg. Let's pull out x11. Okay, now it's starting to look better. And declare the dependency. So use xorg xft. It's actually it's pretty nice. So it's telling us you should add the xft as a dependency. Let's compile again. What we see here. Okay. You might need the lib depends. The free type, so let's add that one. Here it's not a bad idea if we put something like this. The lib font config. that was not the intention. So paste, okay. Here, let's try to compile it again. Let's go up here. Depends on the libraries, etc. So, and the binary is not stripped, considered install target, or using strip command. So let's go for this one, and let's paste it here, install strip. It will strip the binaries. Don't know how to make install strip, okay, so that didn't work too well. Or using the strip command. So let's do a post install. And we need to do a strip. Probably this is in the stage dir, in the staging directory. We have the prefix. So I've just looked a little bit around and come to the conclusion. I'm trying to strip the binary already in the stage directory, but in the post build this is not added to that directory. So I'm going to write this into the it should be in the build directory. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to work. So sudo su. I'm going to go to work ports, and I'm going to search for a strip cmd, an example. Okay, and let's limit this to a grep to a make file. It's a little bit better. Okay, so we have things in the stage directory, so which was what we had here. Let's have a look about the stage directory. Maybe so I would like to Python file is not so nice, but yeah, this program it's a good example. Line 50. So it's the post install. And we could try the post install also. Okay, let's try this. Okay, it passed. So this is why it's really important to have a look at previous commands, previous ports. And as you can see, this case allowed to very quickly eliminate the problem. We see the command execution here because we don't have the @ symbol, but we do see these things here. If we want to make it a little bit more clean, we can do like this. So make clean. Nice. This is starting to look good. Now what we can do is we can start using Poudriere to address to compile the things, and for that Poudriere we are going to create a jail. Let's call it FreeBSD 141, and it's going to be the 14.1 release, and for the AMD 64. So let's create a jail. Okay, so we have now a new jail, and on top of this we need to create a ports. We need to create the ports. We did do this with the ports command. Create null we're going to give it a directory where it's going to pull from, and for the time being it's going to be root work ports. So this is where we are working currently, and we're going to give a name, so yeah, development or working. Yeah, imported the portstre working from that directory. Now what we can do is we can test this port, Poudriere, test port. Let's test the port. Let's go for the latest release. So it's just going to pull the latest portstre. Currently we are already at the latest. The jail name is the 141. The ports is the working, that's the name I gave, and we're going to go for the X11 ST. That's how we, in the directory, this is where we created. And it's going happily about compiling the things. It would be really nice to get a graphical user interface, and for that you can either configure Nginx, or you can do something a little bit dirty. This is my preferred way of doing it. I can do it as a regular user. Just go to user, local, Poudriere, then there should be data, probably the data, the logs, and the bulk. Here you see I have some other jail, some other development here, and it says the F141 working. That is what we want, but I'm just going to start a HTTP server here. So the easiest way is with Python HTTP server, and we have one HTTP server running with port 8000 here, and we just leave this running without anything, without any problem, and we go to the local host port 8000 to this directory on the latest. So we get the latest and we see what's happening here with our build. So we get a graphical user interface, really nice. So it's fetching currently, so this, I think it updates roughly every 10 seconds or so. Yeah, 11, it's going to say it's going to be 21 next time, I think. Yeah, 21. It's roughly update time of 10 seconds. It's fetching the PKG, so it's bootstrapping everything that it needs to compile the software according to the makefile that we just provided. So we can also see here, if we press Ctrl T, it's hit Ctrl T at any time to see the building process statistics, and exactly like in the user interface, we see that it's getting the PKG. Yeah, it's building the PKG. So let's. I always like to see these things at the same time. So I like to see the progress here, and what I can do is I can lower the window here a little bit, maybe like this, that we can see more or less at the same time. I don't expect this to compile in the first time, but let's see. It's currently compiling the program. Yeah, it gives us already some errors. So let's put the window back here and let's investigate. So the compilation currently failed. There is a missing header in the log, but we can see here a little bit with some more details. Okay, what was the problem? So fatal error x11 xatom file not found. So how can we look at this? One way is going to the user and find, do we have this header anywhere? xatom.h, can we find it? Yes, and we do find here in the local include. So let's go to the, let's do a pkg which on user local include x11 xatom, and it has been installed with xorg proto. And the next thing that we can do is we can go to our work and to our portstre and just search, did anyone use the xorg proto? Oops, this is not required. Here, let's try to find, oops, too many things, but we see already. So some files here. So use xorg, x11 xorg proto. Okay, so in our users, we have use xorg and xorg proto. Let's see if this is in alphanumeric order. So 1, yes, O, P key, A, B, C, D, F, K, G, O, looks good. We leave it like that. And we try to do a Poudriere again to compile. And we refresh the page, or it would refresh by itself. So loading. It's working currently. So let's see. And I see again some more problems. Xatom not file, not found. Let's try to dig a little bit deeper into this. Here, I was focusing on this error here, but I should have looked at pkgconfig. So typically where the first error occurs is already a good indication that something is going wrong. And here we can see that we're trying to compile and getting a pkg config and getting the flags for the font config and for those things. So it's trying to get the library, so the C flags. Let's try in a separate command. So pkg config -- C flags. Okay. pkg config C flags. For what? Let's try the font config. Font config. And it's going to give us the include directives that the compiler needs. Okay. But this is missing the pkg config. Okay, so which pkg config? This is here, and pkg which user local bin pkg-config was installed with the pkg-conf. And again, let's try to see if we can find a pkg-conf somewhere. Okay, I just stopped randomly and I see users pkg-config. That's already a very good indicator of what we are missing. And here, let's try it. Again, Poudriere, build. Okay, again another error. Now it says we have term info. Okay, so we advanced a little bit. We actually were able to compile the things. So we are at a different phase. Okay, run depends, it compiled. At the staging phase. And what we have here, we have, it's missing a file. Term info. So I have looked at this a little bit before and I could not find any good examples for term info. Or let me see actually, term info. Sorry, we do have some term info. Pipe grep, make file, so something in the make file. All right, so this number, these things here, they don't look reasonable. So this is www, it doesn't look good. Port name, this is not what we want. So where could we have something? run depends. All right, so we don't find, maybe here with the tick. Let's see. Let's see this file. Term info. Plist files. It has something here. Tick. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't tell us much. So what we're going to look is we're going to search info inside the port itself if we have. So we are having some problem here with the tick command. So let's let's open the make file. So first let me just so this is with Poudriere. We could have an interactive session by doing a -i. So let's actually first start with an interactive session. So when we have a compilation error, we are dropped inside the container. Let's try to go for it again. So reload the file here. Start compiling. Okay, and in interactive test mode, enter exit when done. So it's under here. This is the staging directory. Okay, and inside the staging we have quite a lot of things here. 126 kilobyte, but st. So we have this thing, and let's try to do a make install. That should be fine, and we get exactly the same problem with the tick thing here. Okay, exit. Let's leave the content. Actually, cat make file, and we see here exactly the problem occurs at this point. So let's open. You remember, so before we do this, I'm going always ahead of myself. We had the work directory because let's do a make clean and make. So here without Poudriere, and everything looks like it goes fine. So we also have the tick running. Okay. So tick is there, yeah. Work, we have st, and inside this we have a make file. So let's open this. Let's open this make file, and here with this command here. So the main issue is that if you look at tick, it should not be compiled here. It's going to try to install some things. It should not, we need to do it in a slightly different way. So the first thing, we need to patch the make file. So to patch the make file, we're going to copy the work, st, here, and copy the make file to the work, st, make file dot original file. And now we can just remove these two lines. Oops, remove the two lines and make patch. So before that, we just have the work directory, and now make patch, and we have the files directory. So inside the files directory, we have a patch file for the make file. So there was the original file, and then we have another one, and you can see minus, I removed both of these things. So this patch is going to be applied automatically after I fetch the things. After decompressing, the patch is automatically applied by the system. This port system is really, really awesome. So let's do a make clean and make, and now the tick should not appear. Okay, so you can see here we don't see the tick anymore. And let's try with Poudriere. Poudriere, yeah. Okay, again, reload. So we have another error, but this other error now, it's probably something different, which is, so no such file, so stopped, and the pgplist is missing. All right, so we are missing, we are almost there. So we have some orphanated files here. So here no plist. Yeah, okay, we are dropped into the thing. So here, so make plist. Okay, so here you have this file, the new pgplist file, and we can take these things and paste them here. And now it should compile, hopefully. Let's see. So the plist tells which files under /user local are going to be, is this package going to install, and we have /user/local/bin/st, the user local share man1, and so on. And we enter the interactive mode, but let's refresh this. We have a green, so we were able to port the program already. Are we finished? We are not entirely finished yet, because I removed something, and we can check whether this has been good or not. So actually we don't need the interactive mode. And for this case, we could run the tick command as a postbuilt command. So let's see here, postbuilt. And what we need here is, so we need to create a directory on the stage dir at the prefix, if I can type. This keyboard is, in this computer is difficult. Term info, and then we had the tick -sx, and we had in the working source directory, we had the file st.info. What we have to add additional is an output directory. It's going to be going into the stage dir with the prefix. So this is going to be the user local share term info, and it's going to install here. So I know it looks a little bit contrived, but let's try to make clean and make. So this is without Poudriere. I always like to do it locally without Poudriere. And let's try now with Poudriere. I do expect things to fail now, because we are adding additional files here in this directory. This is the tick, this is the term info compiler, and this is the output directory where it's going to output something from the compilation. I see it already, some error. So you see the red color. Okay, so this has become red now. It doesn't compile anymore. And what we have here is, again, missing plist files. Okay, so make plist. Okay, we are inside. I need to take the interactive thing. So make plist. And now we have a couple more things here. Okay, so we have these ones we had, and now we had these ones additionally. So pgplist, we can just simply add those things down there. So it's going to use installing /user local share term info st s and so on. Yeah, and hopefully Poudriere will not complain anymore. Let's go and try to see. All right, so let's see. It's a success. So it compiled the program, did it relatively fast, and we are almost ready to submit the things. So if we would be we could open a bug and start submitting the port. So before that, let's just have an overview about what we just did. So make clean. So we created a couple of files, the make file, the dist info files, package description, and plist. So this was manually copying things, this was semi-manually, this was done almost automatically after we did the things, the changes. Dist info was done fully automated, and the make file, this is where we are working now. Before we submit the things, we should make sure that there is no issue with the program. So with the port. So for that, I'm going to open another terminal, and I'm going to go like this and reduce the thing here, the font size, and here I just want to look a little bit how it looks. And here, what I'm going to do is port Clippy on the make file. So this is a linter tool, and it shows already libdepend. So we should have the port name, the maintainer. This is how you make good hygiene. So after the license file, which is after this one here, we should remove the workings directory source, which looks like it goes after the users block. So let's put this after the users, and the libdepend should go after the license. Okay, so it should go here. And the extra spaces can also be removed. Let's try the port Clippy again. No complaints, everything fine. So let me actually do the other way around, xorg, just to see here, port Clippy. Okay, still no complaint. But now we're going to look at the port format, which is another tool, port format on the make file again. And we have already some issue here. So actually I did move this to the right position. So I'm going to move it back to this one here. Let me try to do, yeah, and it will complain immediately here. So it's going to say, it's currently saying lib font config and lib free type should be like this, and we have it the other way around, because OPQR should be organized alphanumerically. Yeah, the O comes before the R, so we invert this. This system is really amazing. Okay. Now let's add something like this. I do it on purpose, that this is not entirely the way it should be. We remove the space at the end, and we have, yeah, 2 spaces there. So let's try to see. And it's saying, okay, it's you have too much space there. So let's remove that. It's becoming less. And now this should be again sorted, X with a P. Okay, so take this one here out, put that one there. Okay. Did I do it correctly? Yeah, I have a little bit of space at the end. And now it's still complaining. You have 1 space too much here. So let's see. After this, 1, 2, yeah, there is 1 space too much. Now it's not complaining anymore in the port format and the port Clippy. Let's see if the port Clippy doesn't complain anything. There is one last tool that we can still use, which is the port lint with the capital AC. And let's see here. So we have additional problems. The comment, it's a warning, is not supposed to begin with an A, N, and so on. Okay, so let's take out from the comment simple terminal. Okay, so we we go one by one. Port lint, okay. Command should begin with a capital letter and end without a period. Okay, let's remove the period here. We are getting less issues. No port directory, font config, even though it's listed. No port directory, user ports, x11 fonts, font config. Free type font, even though lib depends. PKG description, not libs, okay. Files are not under Git. No port directory for the font config. So this is a warning, even though it's listed under lib depends. Okay. We can try to check this issue with the following. So we have the lib font config. It's a warning, but okay, let's go to this one here. So let's grab for the font config. Okay, so it's a dependency on the font config. We can just say font config.so. So this is some dependency, and we can still add here semicolon x11 font. Okay, lib depends. Let's see, let's go for these themes. And in the directory 16 we have the font config. Okay, it's a little bit more complicated, this one, and port lint AC. Okay, and we have the same thing. So I'm going to ignore this warning for the time being. I'm not exactly sure why this is appearing, but otherwise you can just ask some FreeBSD porters. They might be able to help out here. Otherwise, we do have a couple of fatal things. So first of all, make clean, okay, and then let's do a port lint again. The next thing that I'm going to do is the following. So git branch. We are currently in the main branch. Before we create a patch or anything, I personally like to create my own development branch. And we are currently in the x11st. So I do a git checkout, create a new branch, x11st development. So it's the two directories. Git status, which it's everything is, these files are not there. The swap file we don't want, so git add makefile, dist info, the files, the pkg description, and the pgplist. Okay, git status looks good. Git commit, and let's just give a message. So x11st add. I think people like to do like this, new port, although here it's not really necessary. This is when creating a bug report. x11st without a semicolon here, and new port for simple, so actually simple terminal, something like this. Okay, git log. Okay, so this is the main is here, and we have the new port which is sitting on top of the latest one. And now we would like to submit this to the portstre. Actually, we did some changes. Of course, we should test out these things. So maybe before I show how to submit a patch, I would like to do the make clean and make again. Okay, the Poudriere, compiling everything to make sure that it does compile. And it did compile, right? So here we have, and now I'm going to create a package. So we could either do make install and then afterwards deinstall, or I can also create a package directly, and I can do this also with Poudriere bulk latest. I'm going to go for the latest. The jail name is F141. The port's name was working. That's how I name it. And I'm going to go for x11/st. Okay. Okay, the name Poudriere. Okay. Poudriere. Why am I not getting the Poudriere? Okay, that is really amazing. I'm not sure why I can. Because I'm in the interactive mode. I always forget this thing. It's pretty bad. So you should not have the I here. I'm compiling just again, just to make sure that if I if I go to the history, that I don't hit the -i. Yeah, I'm not leaving the mistakes out from the video. Poudriere, and okay, now it's there. So Poudriere, bulk again. What did we need? We needed the latest. We needed jail name. We needed the ports, which was working, and we needed the x11st. Okay, that should be building also. So if we go here and we do a build, so it starts working. This is again going to start fetching some packages and etc. So let's reload. Yeah, simpleterm. It's building, and it's done. So it should be green. Where did this thing land? It should be under user local Poudriere. And now let's find, it should be called, what is the name? The simple-term. So simple-term something package. So let's try to find it. Not here. Let's go to data. Actually, it should be here. User local Poudriere data. Let's user local Poudriere data, but it should not be data, it should be under packages, and then F141. And now let's try the same thing. Maybe it should not be pkg. Yes, am I mistyping anything? Okay, simple -term. Okay. Okay, it's dot here. I don't know. This sometimes it happens that my long-term memory from MS-DOS times still comes back, and it's the dot star, star dot star, etc. Yeah. Let's just forget it. So real, there is some number here, and yeah, and these are the packages that have been compiled, and we have the simpleterm here. So pkg install simpleterm. Okay, we can install this local package. GM, okay, yeah, and st can't open display. So we open a new one, xhost plus. Okay, this you should never do. What I'm about to do is just running stuff as root. Export display here and st. Look how nice, we are there. we have the program running. Can we get the things running? Yes, we can get the things here running. Looks pretty nice. So F10, exit. So it's running. Okay. Where am I? Why did I go to this directory? Okay. A little bit confused now, but so I was, yes. Okay, I was here. So user local Poudriere data, user local Poudriere data, packages, all, F141, all, real, what was the, okay. So let's start midnight commander and simple. Let's see if I can enter this package. Yeah. This is now just, I want to know what is inside the package, and I know that this is a TJC. So I'm going to do something really bad. I'm going to copy this file. Or actually, I don't want to do that. tar tvzf on this one. I want to see what is inside this. And these are the files that are inside. So user local bin, those files that we have specified, they are all inside. Okay, nice. The license files with the catalogs, a manifest, and etc. So the package is well done. Okay. Now we would like to create, before I've shown that this package is already present, so I'm going to show you how would you create a new port. Yeah? I'm not going to submit this now because this package is already existing. Okay, so git status, git log, not long log, and 3. Let's say so we have. We have our commit here, and we have the head, which was pulled at the time. At the time that I did the git pull, we go to the ports directory. So this is the main ports directory. This is where you want to run the command, and this command, let's zoom in a little bit. It's called git format patch. And we need to give it an origin. So in this case, it's origin or it's remote ports main. No. Okay. Git log again. This should be origin/main. So. Let's do this against origin/main. Okay, this is where it's basically coming from, and this is the diff. Or I could have just added this one. So just let's let's remove this thing, and I'm going to format a patch on the version that I'm sitting to this version here. Okay, which is what is sitting in the branch. So you have to do a patch to a version where people can apply the patch to. Yeah, so you get the patch file here, which has the title that I gave it as a check-in comment, more or less. Let's see what is inside this patch. Okay, so it basically says that we have added these files, so created those files. The creation of a new port is really nice because you can almost apply to any version in the tree. You don't have conflicts. One good way to avoid conflicts is to know, okay, if someone says I'm working on this program, then you should not be doing commits to those files, because you're going to run into conflicts, yeah, into files that have been changed more than once, and these are conflicts that will need to be solved separately. So this is not nice. Okay, anyways, let's see here. So we have a file. Initially it was a null file, and now it's an it's located at x11st makefile. And you see here, this is everything that we were working on. We have a new file here, okay, and which is the dist info, etc., etc. Okay, very nice. So this means that at this point in time, I just need to take this file, which is 3 kilobytes in size, open a bug report and attach this git patch and say, hey, I'm contributing this new code, so could you please have a look at this? And someone is going to, some of the porters are going to have a look at the file that you're submitting, and yeah, they will definitely give you some instructions. This is the port that I've shown you here, certainly has additional problems that I'm not considering. You might need to look at some different flavors. You might look at some additional options that are not there. You have, it's a learning process, okay? But I hope that I've shown one specific instance of how you can start writing ports for FreeBSD. It's not difficult. It's actually quite lots of fun at the end, and you will learn a lot on integrating new code into a really nice project, which is FreeBSD. All right, so that's it for today. If you have some comments, please leave them down below. Otherwise, I'm here doing YouTube videos and getting motivated by your likes, so I would really appreciate if you give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, then I wish you have a nice day and see you next time. Take care and bye-bye.